Hello world. I realized in my last video I didn't actually talk about this book. I got on the tangent of, not even tangent, the backstory of how I got started. And it might be worth it, might not be worth it, I don't know. So, this story, however, I started this story, I got the inspiration for this story, I think I told you, from my palm reader. And they said that my soul was from another universe. And I was like, bing, that's the idea. So this story, Etched in Stone, is about a girl's soul who was created for destruction and initially created by a weaver, a tyrannical weaver, who used to be good, whose wife and daughter were murdered, and the son was exiled from his son, and the son had to kind of figure it out on his own. So while the tyrannical creator named Cetus stewed to try and figure out who killed his wife and daughter, he became mean and angry, much like anybody, I would assume, after such a terrible and horrendous thing. However, because he had the power, he created one last soul before his power was revoked. And this soul was going to help him destroy the universe and everybody and everything in it unless they followed him. And with this, the good weaver, the master weaver of the universe, called Creo, came in and arrested Cetus, confiscated the Sai to give her a better chance or a different chance at life instead of destruction. So she grew up, and in her 20th year, she grew up and found her Masai, which is her soulmate, twin flame, the one that is literally her other half of her Sai. And so in this process, you'll learn in the book that she doesn't actually have a Masai, that she shared her essence with Warham, who is her Masai. So they have actually a stronger connection than a Masai does. But you'll figure that out. I'll tell you about that in the story. So she has wanted this her whole life, like being in love and having that connection and feeling whole and feeling wanted. That has been her dream. Well, unbeknownst to her and Warham, when they get together, they create a beacon that directs Cetus right to them. And it is full of pain and power and destruction, and she decides that it would be better to hide her soul on Earth away from Warham and her. And so you go through this process of the warring and the inner conflict of them being apart. And Honora winds up reincarnating into a recently evacuated body. And she realizes that she is much more known than she anticipated. And she is put into a prison, an underground prison. Granted, most of this is just in visions. I don't know if it's historically factual or anything. I did use historical people, but playing off the idea of them being lost among history or unknown among history. And just kind of played with that. So nothing is accurate. If you want to know history, go read it from someone who is actually studied. So anyways, so she is reincarnated into a body that has been recently evacuated and has to decide whether it's good or bad or learn how to survive in this life as a human on Earth, which she is completely unfamiliar with. And so at the time, Warham and Cetus are in this race to try and find Honora on Earth, but they don't know where she is, they don't know when she is, and they don't know who she is. So it becomes this big needle in a haystack search, which that's what they intended, but it doesn't help when Warham believed that she left him to go and hide, but doesn't understand it because he's the big strong protector and he can't protect her if she's not close. So that's this story. I don't want to give too much away because I actually want you to read it. But if you have questions or whatever, I'm hopefully I won't tell you that part actually. I'll let that be a surprise. But it is only in paperback and Kindle right now. The hope is to branch out and grow it and make it bigger. But again, as an indie author, everything is out of my own pocket, which I don't mind at all. But it's a slow building process. It's not like a everything at once kind of thing. So that is this story, which is Etched in Stone, the Incarnation series, book 1. I don't know where to put my fingers. And I hope you read it. You can find it on Amazon under Gracie Smith or Etched in Stone, and also on my website, which is graciethesmith.com. It'll take you to the Amazon link. Unfortunately, because of taxes with California, I am not shipping out books. I've had a little bit of struggle with the sales tax people because I didn't sell anything for 3 years. They took away the license, so I'd have to reapply for the license. It's nothing bad. It's just tedious, and I don't know if I'm wanting to get into that yet. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. Anyways, so that is Etched in Stone. I'll be back on to explain this one more deep in a little bit, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you love it, and always, please write a review, whether on Goodreads, which I'm still learning, so if I did it wrong, I'm very sorry. But put a review on Goodreads, put it on Amazon, leave it. I think I have a blog post for it on my website, so I would love to hear that. We absolutely love to hear that stuff. And yeah, have a good day. Always follow your inspiration, follow the spark, and we'll see you next time.